your boy Trippy here with another reaction video. All right, so this one is, I think it's Dear God. Yeah, I believe it's Dear God by DAX. The reason why I do a reaction on this because I haven't listened to DAX in a while. I think DAX is hella lyrical, hella underrated. So I want to get back on that DAX train and listen to some of his new work. The reason why I wanted to react to this because this kind of, from the looks of it, just from off the cover photo and title alone, if I had to guess, it's giving me Ilman Hops at 7 vibes. I believe it's 7. The one where he was, questioning God. Not like really questioning God, but trying to have a conversation with God. It was questions that we all had. And that song right there, it changed the way I look at things, in Christianity and religion. Not in a bad way, but I believe in a good way, to where I was questioning things and questioning things that I was taught. And it got the conversation between me and my friends like rolling for weeks. We talked about this song for weeks, man. So this song, I'm guessing, is gonna give me the same type of vibes, and I hope it's gonna give me that same type of different perspective and questions, or even questions I might have. Hopefully it gets answered with this type of song. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to go ahead and check this out. But before I get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to follow me on all our Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, that's down below in the description box. So let's go and get this ball rolling. Let's check it out. Let's see what Dak's talking about. Let's get it. Do you believe in God?
Sometimes it gets hard. My name's DAX. Dear God, there's a lot of questions that I have about the past, and I don't want to hear it from a human. You made it, so you're the last person that I'm ever gonna ask. Tell me what's real, tell me what's fake. Why is everything about you a debate? What's the point of love? Every time I showed it I was broken, and it's forced me just to only want to hate. Why is it only one you but multiple religions? Why does every conversation end in a division? Why does everybody want to tell us how to live, but they won't listen to the same damn message that they give it?
Ooh, he came out the gate hard. He said, why does everybody want to tell us how to live, but they don't go by the message they was given? Bruh, like, that's facts, man. I see a lot of people preaching, but they don't live by what they preach, man. That's fucking facts. And also, like what he said, why come every time we bring your name up, it's a debate? Why come every time we talk about religion, it's division? Why come there's so many different gods? If you know what I mean? And those are questions I always fucking had, and I think that I love the way he started that off. And I agree with him. Like, those are questions that I always wondered. Like, my thing is, I don't think it personally matters, like, who you follow, as long as, because basically every religion, like Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Muslims, like, they all have the same basic rules. Like, you know what I mean? Don't lie, don't kill, don't steal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you innately know what's wrong. You innately know, like, it's wrong to kill your mom. Like, you innately know it's wrong to steal. Like, these are things that, don't have to be taught or taught not to do. But these are things we as humans, we innately know. So I believe that it doesn't really matter who you get the message from, because they're all giving out the same message. I think it matters if you got the message, and at the end of the day, because I believe on a deeper level, I believe, our version of God is what we can imagine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe it's so much deeper than that. I believe God is, because I grew up Christian, you know what I mean? I grew up Christian, but due to things that I've seen and the fakeness I've witnessed, I just fell out of it. I fell out of it late high school, like my junior year. I fell out of Christianity, and I started questioning things, like, hard. And then when I was like 19, 20, that's when I decided to be like more agnostic, like, because I believe in something, but I just don't know what that is yet. So just from my experiences and the things that I learned, I think that we can't even comprehend what God actually is. But I do believe that, you know, we use religions to make sense of things. Like we try to put a face on them, but I don't think we can. I think it's so much deeper than that. But I believe it doesn't matter who you got the message from, whether you believe in Buddhism, fucking Christianity, Hinduism, whatever. As long as you got the message and you're being, you know, a good human being, that you treat others well, and it's all about your character and who you are as a person. That's what I believe in. I believe if you do good, you'll get good in return. Like it's kind of hard for me to believe, like, if you don't follow all of these, you know, rules, you know, that Christianity has, then you be condemned in hell. And there's a lot of them that people don't talk about. There's so many, like, that people don't even realize that you don't have to do, but the Bible says you need to do. Like, spread the word, evangelize. Like, and these are things I did when I was in high school. Like, we went door to door, making sure people knew about God. Like, that's our purpose. Like, if you're a Christian, that's your purpose, is to spread the love of God. Or spread the word. And if people don't know about them, then you're supposed to teach them and to save their souls. But one thing that I didn't like about that is that I had a friend, shouts out to Gil, he brought up a good point. He told me a story about the Alaskans and how this dude went to Alaska, and he was trying to spread the word of God to the people in Alaska that didn't know of him. And there's nothing wrong with that, I believe. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. He was just trying to help do his part, right? So one of the Alaskan natives, he asked him, he was like, well, if you would have never told me about God and, you know, Christianity, what would have happened to me? He was like, you would have been pretty much like, he was like, would I be condemned to hell because I didn't know? And the dude was like, no, like, you wouldn't be condemned to hell because you didn't know. So he said, basically, you're condemning me because you just told me. And I was like, that right there stuck out to me. I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Because the biggest question that people ask is like, what about kids? What about young kids who didn't know about God, or people in different religions that didn't know about God? Well, they're supposedly fine. But once you find out about it and you don't follow, you're condemned. And that's something that really stuck with me that I didn't agree with. But there are some good things in religion and Christianity. But I think the followers right now, they want to be judged during the executioner. Like, you can't do that. Like, only God can judge. But some of the most judgmental people I've met from my area, you know, in the Bible Belt down in the South, man, die-hard extremists, Christian extremists. So, like, they condemn you, they judge you. So, like, that's what, you know, kind of pushed me away from it at the same time. But I do still believe in a God. But I'm on my journey right now and trying to find out what I believe in and what's best for me in my life. So that's where I'm on when it comes to the whole God conversation. There definitely is a God out there, 100%. Like, look at the trees. Look at the fact that we're even here right now. It's like a 0.10001% chance of us even being here right now. The things that we have, the fact that I'm looking at a phone, in a camera, talking about things, and like things like that, like miracles, like that shows me that there is a God. The things that he created, the things that we see on a daily basis, the miracles I witness, there obviously is a God. But I'm on my journey right now trying to figure out what that is exactly, or who that is exactly, or, you know what I mean? So let's go and get back into it.
Tell me how to feel, tell me what's wrong. I tried to call, pick up the phone, I'm on my own. Everybody said you coming back to, man, why the hell's it taking so long? Why do I hurt? Why is there pain? Why does everything good always have to change? Why does everybody try to profit off another man's work, then destroy it just for monetary gain? Tell me, are you black or are you white? I don't even really care, I just really want to know what's right. They've been saying one thing, but I've been looking in the book, and it seems like they've been lying for my whole damn life.
Oh man, dude, he's talking his shit in this, because like, that's another thing that I also question my whole life. Because if you ask, like, you know, the black community, like, they'll tell you that Jesus wasn't white. Like, they'll straight up tell you. And honestly, like, I don't think Jesus was black. I don't think Jesus was white. I think he looked more like, you gotta think about the area that, you know, Jerusalem is, and, you know, and all those, like, it's around, you know, the Middle East, and you know, close to Egypt and all that stuff, close to Africa, you know, all that. And I believe there's no way. There's no way he was white. But I don't think he was black. I don't think. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what he is. I just don't like the whitewashing of, all the historical figures we have, especially in Egypt. Like that, Egypt is hella whitewash, where they put white faces on everything. I don't agree with that, but I definitely don't. I don't think he was white. It doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense at all. But at the same time, like it doesn't matter. But the question of what God looks like, I don't think God was like any type of race. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe that either. Because we're made in His essence. You know what I mean? Like we're made in the image of God. So I don't. Oh, that's a slippery slope. I don't believe God was any race. I just feel like He was a being. Like, you know what I mean? But that's definitely a good question. Is He black? Is He white? Is he brown? Is he, you know what I mean? And that's a question we all have, but I don't really think it matters. But it's definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. But I feel him on that 100%. Let's go.
Tell me where I'm going. Is it heaven or hell? I just hope this message greets you well. Had a dream that I was walking with the devil. Don't remember how it feels, but I swear that I remember the smell. Looked me right into my eye and told me everything I wanted could be mine if I gave up and decided to sell. But I said I'd rather die than get mine. Now I'm here, no fear, one man with a story to tell. Dear God, where were you when I needed it? When I fucked up and repeated it? When they set the bar and I exceeded it? My life is like a book that they've been judging by a cover, but I've never took the time to fucking read the shit. I remember telling you my goals and my dreams, but you didn't even answer, so I guess you didn't believe in it. I remember sitting with a gun to my head trying to ask you for some help, but I guess you didn't believe it. I don't want religion, I need that spirituality. I don't want a church, I need people to call a family. I don't want to tell my sins to another sinner just because he's got a robe and he went to some academy. I don't want to read it in the book, I want to hear it from you. Don't want to learn it in my school because they hiding the truth. Don't want to talk about it to another fucking human being, and that's the only reason that I even stepped in this booth. Dear God.
Whoa. He said, I don't want to hear it from a book. I want to hear it from you. Like that's facts, man. I feel him on that. I feel him on that, man, because my biggest thing growing up was me praying and I didn't hear nothing back. Like that's something that really got to me. But I don't think we get it back in words. I believe we get it back in signs. Like I believe in signs like crazy. Like I believe everything happens for a reason, and if you pay attention, you'll see it. But we're so distracted what's going on outside that we don't realize what's like right in front of us. Like there's signs the universe will send you signs on a daily basis. You just gotta pay attention. But in terms of, he was saying that he felt like, he was about to blow his brains out, whatever. He put the gun to his head and trying to get some type of reaction or questions answered from God, and he didn't hear nothing. Or when he was going through a hard time, he also didn't hear nothing. But I believe God gives us the strength to handle our problems on our own. That's what I believe in. It's a struggle because people want, God, why didn't you help me do this? Why didn't you help me when I was this? Yada yada yada. I don't think it's up to God to get us out of certain situations with help per se. Like meaning, okay, like I put it like this. Like if you have a child, I think the best way to teach a child something is let them go through it themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can give them a roadmap, you can give them a tutorial, you can give them some tips, but the best way they're going to learn from it is if they go through something themselves. So I believe God kind of does the same thing, because He can't give us all the answers. If we got all the answers for every problem we went through, what would you learn? Or you become dependent on God's help for every situation. So that's why I believe that's why you don't hear anything back, or why you don't get an immediate response, or why you don't get your questions asked immediately. One thing that I always heard growing up in church was and what was it? He don't answer when you want him, but He answers whenever you need him. And I believe that 100%. 100%. So I believe God gives you the strength to tackle any situation as long as you believe in Him and believe in yourself as well. Like people sell themselves short. Like people don't realize the power they have within themselves to get themselves out of a rut. But you know, we got all these distractions that, you know, especially with social media these days, it makes it 10 times harder. But we got all these distractions where people forget that you are stronger than what you think you are. Like I always say, you made it through 100% of your worst days and you're still here. So you're a lot stronger than what you think you are. So don't. My only advice is don't sell yourself short, and just believe and have faith that you'll get out of it. You know, at the end, because you will get out of it. All you gotta do is just keep going. That's it. The only way you're gonna stay stuck in that position and, you know, and not improve is if you stay in that position. You gotta just keep moving, keep that ball rolling. You know, let's go.
How do I take this darkness and turn it into light? How do I believe in the concept where I speak to a man I've never seen with my own two eyes? How do I know that religion wasn't made just to separate the world and create a whole disguise just to keep us in these chains while the rich get richer and the poor pray to you and perpetuate a lie? How do I know this ain't some big joke? How can I have faith when there is no hope? How the hell does one man have $100 billion and we still have people on the street that are broke? There's a lot of things I want to talk about and get off my chest. I can't sleep cause the devil won't let me rest. I used to know a fucking pastor in a church and I can still hear the screams of the kids he will fucking molest. Dear God!
Oh my God, that part right there was powerful, man. That last part there was very powerful. And you notice he was talking about Jeff Bezos right there with the how's a man got $100 billion. You know, people are still out here poor. Yeah, it's talking about Jeff Bezos, and that's crazy because I was literally just thinking about this, like a couple days ago. You know, man, if I had 100 billion, that's what I would do with it. Like I don't even want that much money, dude. That is just insane. Did I say 100 billion? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I don't even want that type of money because that brings a lot of problems. More money, more problems, and that's the fucking truth. So yeah, that is ridiculous. I think you should, you know, spread your wealth. I'm not telling people what to do with their money, but at the same time, like that's too much money. You don't need that much money. Like, bro, like you do not need fucking $1 billion, bro. Unless you're living like this lavish lifestyle, then I understand. But like I don't, dude. I want a simple life. Like I don't want that extra shit. Like I just want a simple life. That's all. But I definitely feel him. But the one thing I have to disagree with him and other people when I hear say this is when they talk about the devil. Like they say, "Oh, the devil is tempting me. The devil made me do this." Yada yada. I don't believe in that. Like I don't believe the devil was put in hell to tempt people to sin or anything like that. I don't believe the devil's whispering in your ear. I don't believe he has that type of power. Because once you believe in God, like that power trumps all, 100%. But at the same time, like I feel like the devil punishes people. I don't feel like I feel like that's an excuse to people sinning, is using the devil as an excuse. I really don't believe the devil's out tempting you. Like that's just, we live in a world of sin. Like you gotta understand that we live in a world of sin. The temptation is everything around you. It's not the devil. The devil is just there to punish you for all your sins on here on earth. Like the temptation is everything you see, whether that's on social media, whether that's from your friends, whether that's from TV, where you see people either smoking, drinking, popping pills, whatever. It's in the music. Like it's here on earth. Like I don't believe it's, you know, down below in hell. I don't believe that at all. I really don't like when I understand why people do it, but I really don't like when people use the devil as like a crutch or like an excuse. So that's one thing I have to disagree with.
Do you hear me? I'm supposed to fear you, but you ain't said shit. So maybe it's you who actually fears me. I don't know the answer, I just wanna see it clearly. So many lies, 1,000 different theories. All I wanna know is who really made religion, cause I know it wasn't you, but don't nobody believe me. No more lies, no more death. Bring back King, bring back X. Please, dear God, let their souls rest. Protect who's left and watch their steps. Dear God, I don't wanna have to ask you again. I just hope that you know that I'm still a believer. So I'll end this all by saying amen. It's DAX.
Man, that shit definitely got me thinking about some other things as well that I question But yeah, this is Dear God by DAX. Man, that was a dope track. I really love that. But one thing that really makes me trouble listening to things like that, because I started questioning. And one thing I remember learning in Christianity, like, damn, I don't want to like butcher this because I don't want somebody to come in the comment section trying to correct me. But I do remember, like, either I was like at Bible study or I was at something, and I remember we was talking about the Bible, and they said once you start questioning God, like you're condemned, like condemned in hell. I can't remember the Bible verse. I can't remember what chapter or everything like that, but I do remember talking about that and we having that discussion because I was terrified because I'm a person like I said before, I question everything. I just can't help it. I feel like why would you give me this knowledge and not question everything? Like I don't want to follow anything blindly, no matter what it is. So that's why I was struggling with not just believing in Christianity, but believing in religion at all. Like it was really hard. It was really hard for a little while, but the more I grew up, the more I learned. I started seeing God's work every day. Like I still witness it and see it every day, and things that people don't realize. Like I mean, people take for granted. But I had a lot of questions, and I really like this conversation because he's doing the same. He's just asking God questions. Like these are understandable questions. So I know back home from where I'm from, like, because I like I said, I live in a Bible belt where you're not allowed to question shit. Like whatever that Bible says, you go by it, no questions asked. Like you know what I mean? So it's very, very strict. So I know they won't like this song at all. I feel like I don't see a lot of people get mad for having questions. It's almost like they don't want to have them questions themselves because then they're going to start. You know what I mean? They're going to start agreeing or start questioning everything that they believed in. But I think that's what we should do about everything. Literally everything, question it. But also like how he talked about he don't know who started it. I was reading something not too long ago that I heard that the Romans actually created Christianity. I don't know how true it is. I actually want to look that up. But I can't remember what I was reading it off of. But they said the Romans created Christianity to give the slaves something like to hope, like to give them some type of hope, gave them something to believe in so they can go out, because apparently, they was out slaving, their asses off. And they had no hope. Like they were hopeless. So they didn't want to, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of having this like a hopeless slave? Like they're not going to work as hard. They're going to be, you know what I mean, unmotivated. So once they gave them something to believe in, it gave them hope and faith that whatever they was going through, they was going to get through it. And I think that is very cruel. But yeah, I'm actually going to look more into that after this video or later on today. Yeah, so I really like this song. I really like this track. Dax killed it once again. I love that he's just questioning, questioning God and questioning, the things that he's learned. I think this is a dope song. But yeah, it's your boy Trippy. Let me know what you think about this song. Let me know what you think about this reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.